Hey guys, Moz here. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it and explain to you. I guess I'll start off with why vinegar doesn't work, and what I mean by that is, as you can tell, this leash this is the part where it clicks onto the collar harness, and you can tell it's been chewed through. When I first got Cole, this is the first leash we got him when we adopted him, and puppies, you know, they like chewing stuff, and the problem with that was that he didn't know what you can and cannot chew. So there's a lot of methods out there that explain, you know, how you can get your dog to stop chewing on stuff, especially the leash, so something like this doesn't happen. And what happened is over there is like a tree that's pulled over there, but he was hanging out outside, and temperatures were much cooler than this. I would never keep him outside in this kind of heat. But anyways, I was hanging out with him outside, and I had him tied to the tree real quick, just because I don't trust him off leash yet. I'm still working with him on that. And so anyways, he was hanging out under the tree, and he was tied to it. There's a horse lead with his leash tied to it. Anyways, so he chewed through it, and previously, before, I would go on walks with him, and he'd kind of chew on it. And I mean, there's there's a bunch of things you can do to get them to stop, but what many people will say is use vinegar, and you soak the entire leash in vinegar, and it's supposed to be when they bite on the leash they don't like the taste, so they quit chewing on it. Well, there's quite a bit of problems with that, and I'm gonna start off by saying vinegar does not work, because obviously it didn't work in this case. He chewed right through it, and he hopped right over in the pool and joined me, and kind of freaked me out. And but I didn't care. It was kind of cool hanging out with him, but I was kind of freaking out because I couldn't figure out how he got off until I saw this piece, and then that part chewed off, dangling from his collar. And then I went back to the tree and put two and two together, and he chewed through it. So vinegar does not work, obviously. In my case, it didn't, and I'm pretty sure other cases out there it doesn't. But more importantly, why vinegar doesn't work is because it doesn't teach your dog to think. When you're training your dog, you want them to think. You want to challenge their mind. You want them to put two and two together and realize, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I sitting in? You know, why? You're gonna challenge them to think. You know, it's something like vinegar. The only thing they're gonna think about is, if I bite this, and it's gonna taste nasty. They don't realize that if I chew on this, then my leash is gonna be up. You know, they don't realize that. But the vinegar thing, it's almost a shortcut, and then not a very good one, because it does not teach them to think at all. He just I mean, he thought this is a game. You know, chewing through him. You know, he has toys. Here's one of his toys right there. He has tons of stuff to chew on. He just, for some reason, really likes leash, so got him a new one. And so vinegar doesn't work, and I'll probably go in make another video of teaching them how to avoid this situation. And don't rely on vinegar, because it will not work. I do not know how many people say, oh yeah, use vinegar. When I went to Petco to buy his collar, they say, yeah, use vinegar. Thinking, I watched another video, they said use vinegar. Some people at the shell, you know, tons of people use oh yeah, use vinegar. I mean, for some people it may work, but it's not 100% gonna work in all cases. Kind of like in this case, it didn't work. So yeah, there's that. And I guess there's why vinegar doesn't work. And then I was gonna go into this video is gonna be sort of longer, probably close to 10 minutes. Anyways, though, I was gonna go into the second thing, and that's the importance of sit down and stay. I keep saying that. Those three, you can teach your dog anything you want, but if they know at least those three commands, then you are set. You're good. You can, you know, you can have them. You can with those three simple commands, I can think of tons of stuff to prevent tons of bad behavior, 3 open doors to more complex commands. So those are 3 very basic commands that will come in handy. For example, sit right. If your dog jumps up, like Cole, my dog, He's a puppy. He's a Labrador, and he gets very excited. I'm pretty sure if anyone has had a puppy, you realize even saying, "Oh, hi, puppy," you know, they get tail starts thumping and they get excited and they start jumping up. Well, what you want to do in a situation like that is to have them first teach them beforehand to sit, because if you don't come to them with an excited state, because they basically feed off your energy. So if you go up to them and go, "Hi, puppy," and you get really excited, they're going to get really excited too. Whereas if you keep more of a calmer tone, you can go, "Oh, hi," whatever. I can go, "Hi, Cole," pet them, but you don't have to get too excited, because then they get excited, then they're kind of harder to calm down. So if you tell them to sit and they no sit, they get into their brain goes into, okay, this is training mode. They went from excited, "Oh, I'm gonna greet you" mode to, okay, now this is business time. This is training mode. So it kind of locks them in. You get their attention, and they usually will try to stay engaged unless something else catches their attention. So if you have them sit before you pet them, then it becomes repetition, and if you keep doing it over and over again, they get in their head, okay, if I sit, then I get to be petted, because their goal when they jump up on you is to greet you, to lick your face, to be happy. That's how they say hi. That's how they show their enthusiasm to be around you. So I mean, it's a good and bad thing. Kind of good thing means that it shows that when they jump on you, shows that they're happy and that they love you. Bad thing is you don't want them jumping on you or a child. Like Cole, he's a kind of a big dog. He's kind of small for a lab. He's 60-pound range, so hopefully you want him to get up close to 80, 90 pounds. Anyways, though, I'd have problems with him. Like a jogger would go by and he'd want to greet them, so he'd jump up. So I had to teach him how not to jump. And there's a couple methods you can do during that. And I'll probably do a video later today showing you guys our walk. Now he's much more. He listens better, much more obedient, and better dog than when I first had him. So yeah, so that's the importance of, one, vinegar does not work, so don't rely on it, and you shouldn't have to. Two, the importance of sit down and stay. So sit, it teaches them training mode, and for example, like I have to cross stop signs when we go on our walk, and I'll have them sit, and I'll have them sit at my side, so I can see if cars are coming by before we cross the street, or stay. If you're opening up the door and you don't want them to dash outside, you can tell them stay, which is most people. Someone knocks on the door, their dogs go berserk, they start barking, and you barely crack the door, and they'll try to barge out. Not all dogs, but untrained dogs that don't have even the most simplest of training. So stay is a good one, and lie down. I mean, it's I guess it's good. I mean, sitting can get kind of comfortable, so if you have them lie down, it's kind of more complex than sit, but it gets them kind of in their head. And if you teach them lie down, you can teach them bed. You can have them lie down in their bed, lie down in their crate, lie down in a spot. Like we'll go on our walks, and we walk all the way down to a park, and he's so tired, he sees a squirrel or another dog or person, and he gets kind of excited. So I'll have him sit down. We'll hang out in the shade, take a short break, and then we'll walk back home. But and I'll probably videotape the entire walk. But yeah, so that's the importance of sit down and stay, and it's still pretty warm out, so I'm gonna later I'll make I think I'll make a series out of this, sit. Yeah, I talked about the importance of it. Now, next videos are going to be showing you guys how to teach your dogs how to sit down and stay. Stay is probably the more complex out of the three. Sit is very easy, and I'll show you guys more stuff. For example, how to get your dog not to jump, how to kennel train them, teach them bed, how to stop them from chewing your furniture, and from their leashes. So, stuff like vinegar does not teach them a command. It does not teach them to think, challenge their noggin, or anything. So I'll teach you guys actual commands, so something like this won't happen to you and your dogs. So yeah, thanks for watching.